Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is episode number 102. I'm back once again with Zach and Andrew. Today we're going to give you all of our premium locks. We got college basketball, we got NBA, we got NHL, and we got tennis. All four, all premium picks for you. Let's get right into these. Andy, you got the first three star of the day, kid? Go ahead and give it to him.
Yeah, I'll rip it with some NHL. Three-star, I'm going to go with the Bruins. Minus 120 against the Penguins. I'll make this really quick here. Both these teams have been unexpectedly pretty good this year. Penguins sitting second in the Metro with 75 points. Bees are in fifth in the Atlantic with 71 points, but that Atlantic division is very competitive. No team is below 500. Boston has been very hard to beat at home this year with a record of 22 8-1. In their last 11 home games, they're 10-0-1, one shutout loss. They've already played the Pens at home this year. Bees took that game 1-0. I think Boston will get the win again tonight at home. These two teams play again on national TV in 5 days. That's where I see the Penguins getting the dub at in Pittsburgh. So I like the Bruins tonight, minus 120. Put 3 units on that versus Penguins and lock that in. Come on.
Love it. Zach, what do you got, kid?
Yeah. So for the two-star, it's going to be Sabres money line at a minus 145. They're taking on the Golden Knights tonight at home. Very similar thing. I don't think there's really too much to say in this one. The Golden Knights have been on their road trip as of right now. They've been struggling. They've struggled on the East Coast all year. They only have a 25% win percentage on the East Coast. This is also a Vegas team that's been a little bit disappointing, I would say, with as many overtime losses that they have this year, especially with the guys that they brought in. And meanwhile, on the other side, the Sabres are a fucking wagon. Let's be honest. Mind blown by how well they've done. They've put it all together. American hero Tage Thompson leading the way. So take what we can get there. But honestly, with them putting up 3.3 goals a game and with how bad this Vegas defense has been letting up over 3 goals a game, I think Buffalo takes this one, say maybe 4-2, 5-2, and similar to just like that other game that Andrew just mentioned, they play each other in 2 weeks in Vegas, and I think Vegas will take that one, and they'll get the season splitter there. But I think this Vegas team from top to bottom has overperformed, even with the goalies that they have. I mean, if you have Pekka Luukkonen, you have Alex Lyon, you have Colton Ellis, it doesn't matter. Whoever they've stepped in between the pipes has found a way to get a win for these guys. And on top of that, it's the guys who they have in their lineup, defense, offense, you name it. Whoever it is will step up on any other night, and these guys will find a way to get wins. And I mean, this is going to be a team that they may not finish first in the division, but I would not want to see a team like this in the playoffs that can put up 4 to 5 goals a night on you. I don't care how young they are or how inexperienced they might be. This is going to be a playoff team. They're going to be scary to play against. But for tonight, Buffalo minus 145 as the two-star.
Love it. So there's your NHL locks. I'll rip some tennis locks right before we get into the basketball locks. So starting off with a three-star for tennis, we're going with Louis Guto Miguel money line at a plus 200 versus Juan Fickovic. That is scheduled to start at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Louis Miguel is ranked number 1,616 in the world, while Fickovic is number 186 in the world. This match will be played on clay, which is exactly why I think we could be seeing a little upset here. Fickovic has not been playing that well at all. He just got absolutely whooped last match. Played a good player, but I think he lost like 6-1, 6-0 or something like that. Just got absolutely murdered. And he's kind of been playing like that for a little while now on hard court. Now he's switching it into clay. Hasn't played on clay since last November. When you're not feeling confident in your game and you have to switch surfaces, especially to clay, that can cause some issues in your first couple matches. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Miguel, yeah, he's ranked 1,600 whatever in the world, but he's 17 years old. He's just coming on the tour. You're not going to be ranked high when you're young. It's just how it happens. Their tennis rankings is weird. Just even if you're nasty at 17, you're still going to be ranked in the thousands. So, yeah, and he's been playing some solid tennis while competing and winning. Even a set last match when he was a plus 600, which was on clay. So that's impressive right there. And Fickovic is for sure worse than his last opponent. So I believe the young Miguel can pull this upset off. Plus 200 is not crazy at all. He could even win this match 2-0 against Fickovic. Fickovic could come out looking like shit again. I mean, like I said, the whole switch to clay while you're not confident, he hasn't been playing well. It's just adding up for an upset here. So give me a little three-star. Louis Guto Miguel money line at a plus 200. Then rolling into the two star, scheduled to start at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We have a two-star. Nicholas is Izquierdo plus 4.5 at a plus 100 versus Facundo Diaz Acosta. Now, Nicholas is number 271 in the world, while Diaz Acosta is number 238 in the world. This match will also be played on clay, which is both of their best surfaces. Diaz Acosta is the better overall player here, hence why he's the favorite. But he hasn't been playing that great tennis, not his best tennis at least. He's been winning most of his matches, which I'm not surprised, but he's not been dominating in really any of them. If in fact actually barely winning most of them. His serve has been very shaky, which has been giving him some troubles. And Nicholas, on the other hand, has been playing very well against the same quality opponents, but his serve has been much more consistent. He's been kind of dialed in over there. So, I mean, they played each other, I believe it was a week ago, maybe two ago. Diaz Acosta won by 6. Like I said, he is the better player, but I'm not expecting that at all today. I just don't think he'll win by more than 4. If anything, could see once again a little upset here. I don't think so. I think Diaz Acosta will pull it out, but just no way by more than 4. So lock in a little two-star. Nicholas is Queerdo plus 4.5 at a plus 110. Now we'll roll right into the basketball picks. Andy, what do you got for the three-star kid?
Yes, sir. Three-star for NBA is going to be Raptors money line plus 125 versus the Knicks. Also make this quick. I think this line's a little strange. These two teams have played 3 times already, and the Knicks have beaten them by 16 or more points. A little weird how the Raptors are only 2.5 point underdogs. Doesn't really make sense when the Knicks are literally killing them. Knicks have been solid ever since those All-Star break coming back. They're 4 out of 5, beating very solid teams like the Spurs and the Rockets in those 5 games. Um, to me, I think the Knicks should be like 7.5, 8.5 point favorites. I'd be comfortable taking them with the points, but I I think this is a little trap line for the Knicks tonight. Raptors do have their full starting lineup for the first time against the Knicks, so that could be something. But I'm gonna ride with the Raptors here. That they've been solid all year round. They've won 3 of their last 5, losing to the Thunder by 9 and the Spurs by 3. They played a very competitive game against the Spurs and lost that game in the fourth quarter. But I think the Raptors get it done tonight at a plus 125, so lock that in with 3 units.
Two-star. We have prop in the Wizards and Magic game. It's going to be Belial Koulibaly, 10 plus points at a minus 150. That is one of the guards for the Wizards, one of their draft picks from a couple of years ago. The Wizards have a very young team. They've been kind of a mess now with all the injuries going on, all the trades that have been made. And Koulibaly has been solid starting from the month of February on, just because with all the other guys coming out, he's been a key part of their success. And they did play last night, Koulibaly at 23, but I am a little bit surprised that this has been his general line pretty much the entire month of February. He's hit this clip at a 75% clip. Then 2 of the games in which he didn't hit it, he scored 9 points. So he's pretty much right there every single game. And I am a little bit surprised that because of all these guys out with this line didn't get bumped up to maybe like a 13 or a 14 or something like that. Even on a back to back, I mean, since all these other guys have really been out, he's shooting right around, say, about 10 to 11 shots a game. All you need is about half of those to fall, not including free throws. You're already at 10 points. So I would say with how his recent success has gone, especially being starting, he's playing about 30 minutes a game, I would say, right around 28.5 right now. 10 points is, I think you're getting some good value on that line. No increase at all or anything like that. And at a minus 150, minus 145, depending on what you get it at, I take it all day. So we're going the two-star Blau Koulibaly, 10 plus points, minus 150, minus 145, whatever your book has it. We're going to lock that in as a two-star.
Love it. Lock that shit in, fellas. That's NBA for you. Now we're ripping it right on to college ball. Andy, what do you got over there, kid?
Yes, sir. College ball is going to be Kentucky money line plus 110. They're playing Texas A&M. I think this is a big game for Kentucky here. They're not the year they hoped, being I think like 19 and 11 or 19 and 10. Uh, Not being ranked at all. But they're still probably going to get into the tourney as like a 6, 7, or 8 seed, something around there. I think Kentucky needs this win. And this is the more winnable game out of their last 2 games. They got to face Florida, who's just fucking red hot. You don't want to face that team right now. But they need to win this game for better seeding in the conference tourney and the big tourney. The SEC is pretty deep this year for basketball with 5 ranked teams and Missouri, who's been pretty sneaky. But for Kentucky, the deeper they go in this conference tournament, the better seeding that they're going to get in the big tournament. If they lose this game, it they're going to be fucked because they'll get a bad season for conference play. That means they'll play a better team in the SEC, which means they'll probably get bounced first round, and they'll probably be an 8 seed. And if you're an 8 seed and you win your first round in March Madness, then you got to go play a 1. So you're probably done right off rip. It's much better to be a 6 because if you win your first game, then you either got to play a 3 or 14. So you want to win this last game here, like against a winnable team like Texas A&M. It's a good win too, because Texas A&M is I think they also have 19 wins as well. Pretty sure same record here, but two solid teams. So I think Kentucky just needs to keep it rolling. They're fresh off a 14-point win against Vanderbilt. Star guard Ortega Owea and freshman center Malachi Moreno will be the difference makers tonight. Texas A&M doesn't have a true center, so I think Moreno is just going to eat them up down low. He's a true 7-footer, big boy. Like it's going to be hard to move down there. I just think they got to take advantage of the second chance points out of the 7 of the last 8 games for Texas A&M, they've been out rebounded heavily, and Texas A&M's only won 2 of those 8 games. So I'm gonna take the numbers here. I'm gonna ride with Kentucky. If they can just win the rebound matchup, we win the game. That's it. That's all it takes. Simple.
Simple.
Lock
Love
it
it.
in.
Very simple. Kentucky, keep it rolling just like we're going to keep it rolling. Zach, you got
Yes,
the last
sir.
pick of the day. What is it, kid?
Yep. So we're going with our 2 stars going to be Monmouth -4 at a -115. Monmouth is staying local tonight. They're playing Northeastern. Northeastern is dead last in the conference in the CAA. Northeastern just hasn't had a good season. They've already been knocked out of their conference tournament unless they do play-ins. I know all these conference tournaments are changing, but 6-22 overall. They're 2-15 in the conference. They've struggled all year. They do score slightly more points than Monmouth at 74-73, but they are giving up over 80 points a game, where Monmouth is giving up 10 less points. Similar to the defensive battle you just talked about, that's where Monmouth is going to take this one. I also think on the defensive end, on the rebounding end, Northeastern's a very, very slow team. I'm talking pace of play is 330, so they're almost near dead last. Even though they are putting up 74 points a game, what really does kill them is their turnovers. Turnovers, they are dead last, like almost dead last, like 360 in turnovers. Like these guys are getting like almost 15 turnovers a game. Horrible. Monmouth, if they can take this one on the defensive end, is probably going to put themselves in a good spot in their conference tournament, which is why this is going to be important. They're tied for 4th right now with Drexel. Drexel plays a top-seeded Hofstra tonight. Meanwhile, Monmouth plays Northeastern. So this game could be very important because depending on how they do these conference schedules, a lot of times your first 4 teams get a bye, so they don't play in the first round. Now, Drexel playing Hofstra, they probably lose tonight. Maybe they cover, maybe they don't. But Monmouth taking on a crappy Northeastern team, I know Northeastern won't make it easy because nothing's ever easy, I'll tell you that. But if Monmouth does win this game, then they will get a 4 seed, and that's going to put them in a good position in the CAA to make a little run. And hopefully, we'll see if the Hawks dance in March Madness. But guys to look out for tonight too. Jason Rivera Torres is their leading scorer, and then Kavion McLean as well. Those 2 guys average about 33 points a game apiece. Those 2 are going to light it up. That's been one of the big reasons why Monmouth has been successful. I mean, they've just been on a tear these last couple of weeks. They've won 6 of their last 8. So these guys are pulling it off, and they have had good results. So this is going to be another team, dangerous team to watch in that conference tournament because they're not going to go down lightly. So yeah, we'll go Monmouth -4 at a -115 as the other 2 star, and that's all I got.
Love it. Beautiful. That wraps up for the premium picks. That's what do we have? We had NHL, we had tennis, we had NBA, and we had college basketball. You boys got anything else?
Oh, we got a full slate to sweep. 8 for 8. Come on.
Full slate, 8 for 8 today, ladies and gents. Make sure you tail all those. Get them in. Thank you guys so much, as always, tuning into the Locks of the Day podcast, episode number 102, and we will see you next week. Peace.